So for this past week, I haven't had too much variety as far as gameplay. First of all, I've been playing Night Trap on the PlayStation 5, and for some reason this still isn't available digitally. I don't know what the deal is, if it will ever be available digitally. This is like one of the first limited run games I could think of to where the physical game came before the digital game was released. But so I loaded the disc on, and to my surprise there was no patch or anything like that, so I was like, I hope this is all complete. So I went ahead and started playing through the game, and I'd forgotten a couple of things and messed up a couple of things, so it took me about 45 minutes to play through the whole game. I was kind of miffed because on the run that I was currently on, I'd only missed one AUG, and then I forgot to protect the boy, and so I got a game over. Then when I went back to reprogress, I missed a few more AUGs, and I was never able to get back to that trajectory that I was originally on. One of these days, I will do a hitless run on PlayStation. I did a hitless run on Steam, but I still haven't done it on PlayStation yet. So I've still never unlocked Scene of a Crime on PlayStation. So that'd be kind of cool to get unlocked. Now, as far as video quality goes, everything was up-res to 4K with digital AI, or what do you want to call it. So there are some artifacts in the really wide shots. The close shots look really good, and the medium shots are decent. It's just the wide shots that everything is really blurry. That's my only critique on this. Personally, it would have been cool to have gotten, a 4K up-res from the original camera negative. But unfortunately, I mean, God knows what's going on with the original camera negatives, and it would probably cost like $150,000 remastered or something like that. So you got to do what you got to do, and he made do with tape masters. So it's, the source material was standard definition video that he was having to coax into HD to begin with, and for this one they get to 4K. But overall, it's still Night Trap. It's still fun. It's still, that same game. It's just in 4K video now, and with this version you got full screen video for the whole game, which was something that wasn't offered on the PlayStation 4 version, so that's pretty cool. And the only other game I've been playing this week is Spider-Man 2. So I've been having fun playing through this. It's not that I didn't like the original Spider-Man, it didn't hook me as far as the story goes and that kind of thing, so I was more or less just kind of going through the motions. But the story is much more engaging in this one because you're constantly swapping back and forth between Miles and Peter. So I thought that was pretty cool. And there's some other characters that you'll later play as the game progresses. I'm not going to get into that because it's kind of spoiler territory, but you're not just playing as Miles and Peter. There's a couple other characters that you play as, and of course you play as Mary Jane. Now the Mary Jane sequences in Spider-Man 1 were a insane drag. In Spider-Man 2, from my vantage point, they were only limited to 2 sequences that I can recall. I think it was just 2. But what was cool was while you're playing as Mary Jane, you have a taser, so you're taking fools down left and right, so it was much more action-packed. Whereas with Spider-Man 1, you were just slinking around in the shadows. With this one, you don't have to slink around in shadows at all. You can just run straight at dudes and tase them. So that was pretty cool. My only critique is I'm starting to get to the point to where I just don't care about abilities. Like I'm playing these games like this and God of War and Horizon and so on and so forth, and it's like, you level up and you get points and you can unlock abilities, and it's like I don't care. Just let me just attack these guys. I mean, I played Dark Souls and Elden Ring and Bloodborne for like a kajillion hours. There's no abilities in those games. You're just whacking at everybody with a giant sword. Or you're zapping them with magic. But either way, what you're doing at level 1 is essentially what you're doing at level 130. The game doesn't change. And so that's more my style. I'm like, I don't need extra abilities. I don't need to unlock these cool moves or whatnot, because chances are I'm just not going to use them. Like I got to the point to where in Spider-Man where I was starting to use them because it was just a quicker way of dispatching enemies, so I guess that makes sense. That if you use the abilities as a quicker way of dispatch of enemies, I don't know, it just seems like it, just let me whack these guys in the head with my fist, I don't know. But that was the only thing, and that has nothing to do with Spider-Man, really. That's more or less my approach to gaming right now, is I don't need abilities, you know? So with that said, the story is really good. Like what was mentioned in the trailer, Venom is in this game, and holy cow, he's so cool. So that was a really cool element. And there was a couple of enemies I wasn't expecting to be in the game. I wasn't expecting Mysterio to be in the game, so I thought that was kind of cool. And I wasn't expecting Wraith to be in the game, so I thought that was kind of cool. So there's a lot more depth to this than what was in the original Spider-Man. So I'm kind of curious of where they go with Spider-Man 3. I have only 2 more missions in the main quest, and I'll roll credits on Spider-Man 2, so I'll probably finish that up today and get that wrapped up. I don't have much else to say. Just been playing those 2 games, and next week I'm not sure what I'll be playing, so I guess we'll have to see in my next update what I have been playing, because I'm not really sure what to do next. But at any rate, thanks for watching, and peace out.